go ahead and get started with the Tuesday, April 21st, 2026 meeting, and we're going to pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Prayer.
Okay. Please pray with me. Dear Lord, thank you for allowing us to be here today. Please guide us as we make the decisions for the best interest of the people of Seneca County. And thank you for the beautiful sunshine today. Amen.
Great. Roll call.
Commissioner Frankert,
Here.
Commissioner Bustecker.
Here.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Here.
Okay, I will accept a motion to approve the digital audio video recordings of the previous board session from Tuesday, April 14th, 2026.
So moved. Second?
Roll call.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker.
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert.
Yes. All right, we have an appointment today. We have friends from ODOT. So,
Right.
April, you want to introduce everybody since you're our local?
Oh, I can.
All right.
Go ahead.
I have
Yes,
the
it's your
deputy
local.
director here with us, Pat, and his assistant, and then myself, April, and Jason, and Tyler.
Very good, well,
I
thank
guess
you.
I don't really say those departments, I'm sorry.
I just like calling April out because she really loves talking in front of people.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm getting better.
Queen of Seneca County, right? Is that what Lenny calls you, right? Not to embarrass you, but, yeah. So, again, thank you for having us today. It's always a pleasure to be out here in Tiffin. Given our annual update, we were here a little later last year, apparently. So hopefully, just wanted to provide some higher level updates as well as kind of hone in what's going on in Seneca County like we do every year. One of the biggest things is, and your county engineer Mark Zimmerman's certainly seen it too, is the revenue. Obviously, we did get a revenue increase out of the county when we got the gas tax or gas user fee increase. Cost of inflation has been, inflation's not been great, especially in construction, so that's certainly eaten away into those revenues. But overall, let me just get started here. One of the state's largest man-made asset, we now have 390 employees. So the big news internally is, for the first time in 40 years, we have redistrict. So that happens a lot. And, for Senate districts and House districts and U.S. Congress districts, that does not happen a lot for ODOT. We have Defiance County now, and so we went from 8-county district to a 9-county district. What happened is Auglaize and Mercer, I'll just flip it over, Auglaize and Mercer went up to District 1, and then Preble and Greene went to District 7, and then Fayette went to District 8. So the reason why, at least like from a District 2 perspective, and being from Napoleon, that 4-county area really associates together. You got like Wood County that probably associates much more with Toledo. Ottawa does a little bit as well. And but really like that 4-county area, whether it's government, like CCNO, they also got Lucas County in that case, 4-county Adams Board. They have a lot of nonprofits. They have 4-county joint vocational school. So they really, and even the rural RTPO also has that area. They have Paulding as well. And it's very close. Really, Defiance is very close to Napoleon. So we actually met with the commissioners. They were our first commissioners this year. They have a new building, and we got a lot of nice cubicles they're trying to get rid of. So that was actually we probably saved like 30 grand in cubicles. So we spent $400 on cubicles. That worked out well. But yeah, so no, that's the big changes. When you look at like Mercer and Auglaize, they associate more with Lima. The last time we redistricted 40 years ago was Montgomery County, which would be Dayton. And Dayton Montgomery County was originally part of District 8. The story goes is they were not happy because Cincinnati was also in District 8, and a governor said, that's going to District 7. The problem is like Greene County actually includes their outer belt and is part of the metropolitan area. And then Preble, is just on the other side, so it just kind of squares off. It also helps balance the workload. As you can imagine, District 6 is Columbus, District 12 is Cleveland, District 8 Cincinnati. they have a heavier workload as far as capital goes than the other districts. We're a medium district, and so is 7. District 1's a very rural district, so that's some big news. That's big news for us. I'm actually happy to have Defiance County, because growing up in Napoleon, they were Defiance Bulldogs were our arch rivals in football. But know a lot of people over there, and again, they associate well with Fort County area. Grant opportunities, I won't go over all these, but there's a number of grant opportunities available. I'm going to turn it over to April, but then I'm going to come back a little bit later, so.
I'm taking over from Mark's spot. He's not here today. There isn't a whole lot that has changed through the county. We kind of touched on that. We're taking over like villages, helping them with mowing through their village, through just the state routes, and snow and ice. Nothing has changed there. We still treat through all the villages. Might have been different across some of the other districts, but I know here in like Attica and Bloomville, like nothing's changed. And we've talked to Republic too. There's been a little bit of discussion on trying to help them mow a little bit more what we can. 3 to 4 times is what we're still doing. And then if they need any more than that, then they'll pick up the rest. Chip seal operations, we're supposed to notify you if we're gonna do any. We are not doing any this year. We're gonna skip over that this year and concentrate on some other smaller drainage projects, try to get a few things done. So there won't be any chip seal throughout the county this year. Brine agreements, it's available if anybody is interested in it. It's 7 cents a gallon. If anybody ever comes to you guys, need anything, send them our way. We'll help them in touch with the right people. And that kind of goes with our salt agreement also. I don't believe anybody's reached out to us lately in the county for it, but villages and
$50 a ton
townships.
last year. What is it this year?
It's out, has it been bid out yet?
Hasn't been out.
I don't think it's been bid out yet.
Yeah.
Last year was 50.
Yeah.
Curious.
I think
Yeah.
they had,
More than
when
that.
were they due by?
That's what I wrote down. so.
July,
Let's say.
Yeah,
When they bid out, or when they're due by?
when the townships and stuff have to request in.
It's July,
August.
okay.
Okay.
Cause they usually work through Mark on that, but I don't remember if you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, that's whenever they need it, I think everybody's in the habit now, like, we don't have any that, oh, we forgot.
Yeah.
We had like a couple school districts that would forget sometimes, they were getting such minimal amounts, But in general, like, everybody's just gotten in the habit of knowing when, and we do, obviously, we send it out with a couple notices as well, so. And if there's somebody that didn't submit, I think we actually reach out to them just to, hey, you haven't submitted yet, so yeah.
Good.
okay. And then on, like Jason and our side, the maintenance side, this is what we have going on this year. We're actually started out on 224 Township Road 165. They're working out there today. Should be finished up by this week. We're just upsizing a culvert, trying to help with the flooding right through there. 231, there's another minor culvert that needs to be done on Township Road 28. It should be like a 1-day closure. We don't have any huge closures going on across the county this year. Our drainage projects are State Route 4 and 122. We started it last year, hope to finish it probably this summer. Early summer is our goal. And then that's just gonna help to give a little bit more clearance out there for everybody. 53, we're gonna, it's supposed to be north of County Road 6, but we're gonna work on filling the ditch in there too, helping the berm out through there. And then State Route 100 and Township Road 44, the township had asked if we couldn't help them work on extending the crossover and making the radius a little bit more friendlier for some of the farmers to get around. And then we have our normal pavement repairs that we're gonna be working on, 224. Most of our work will be out by the Huron County line this summer for our type of maintenance work. And then 67, there's some pavement repairs to do out through there. And then 778, we didn't get to that last year. So just a lot of small little projects that we're gonna be working on. Yeah. You've probably seen it was painted out last year, so we'll get to it this year. So, but yeah, that's all we have for our maintenance projects. We're still doing Adopt a Highway, so if you guys ever hear of anybody that wants to join us, that would be great. We actually got lucky 2 years ago, and the Orion's house is helping us, and they're doing they're picking up litter,
Okay.
which is fantastic. So they pick up a lot of litter
And we
for
actually
us.
pay them to do that
Yeah.
too, so,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're roughly whenever they're out, they're picking up close to 16 to 20 some bags of trash a day.
It is amazing.
So it's really helped keep the county clean.
Mhm.
I can say that. So that's all we have for our maintenance stuff.
We have, on State Route 19, commissioners bought 3 acres, and we're going to put up an EMS building. And we're not sure exactly where that's gonna sit yet, but we're gonna need a curb cut.
Okay.
It's nice and clean, and so we'll be coming in for a permit on that.
Okay.
And we just felt it's pretty standard procedure, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
You're
know
just
they
looking,
did.
you're looking for
Yeah,
like
anything
one,
too bad.
Yeah, basically, well, it'd just be where the driveway's gonna go and stuff like
Just
that.
the
There's no
driveway
road
in.
there and stuff on, but yeah.
Okay.
But we need to position the building first before we go for that. Might be a deal too, we might even try to work on, kinda like we did, just for mowing and stuff like that, on 224, where we just put the tile in the whole frontage there, so that way it's a lot better to.
Yeah.
You know how we do 224,
Yep.
yeah, can we ask for that in the permit?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we
Yep,
did
yeah.
last
That's
time.
probably,
Good
that'd be
thing.
the best
That's a
thing
good
to happen
idea,
there,
yeah.
that
Just
way-
for sure in front of the building there and
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
Yeah. Thank you, yeah.
No problem.
Cool. Good morning, Commissioners. I'm Tyler Vaughn, I'm project engineer, typically more in Sandusky County, but I will work in Center County. I got another engineer down here, Tyler Seaman. He's predominantly down here, but we're kind of short. Yeah. Yeah, both Tylers, so it makes it easy to remember. So going on this year, the first project that's going to kick off is State Route 19. It rolls into 228 and 590. State Route 19 is from 224 all the way up to Republic, up to 18 there. That project will start on the 4th. Hopefully, we're looking about the end of May being done with that, transitioning to the entire route of 228. And then once that's done, there'll be a slight break, but looking in mid-June to July, we'll get 590 done. It's a small little portion that's in Seneca County, and then that'll wrap up that project. The other project will be State Route 18, starting about a couple miles north or northeast of Republic into Bellevue. Portion of being in Sandusky County as well. That's a straight resurfacing project. Not seeing any issues there. That one will start at the end of May and go through the summer till probably mid-July. And then State Route 224, that one's going out to bid in August timeframe. There's a potential it gets done this year, but that's really up to the fact if the contractor feels like they can do it this year, they can do it. But completion date's also next year, so it could also be performed next year. Any questions on the project this year? We'll get into this one in a sec, but other projects that are coming up besides this one, of course, you know, Bascom is going to be redone all the way through, and that's in 2 years down the road. Pat will talk about the roundabout that's at 12 and 5, 92. And then the other ones are small projects, some culvert replacements throughout, box culverts, bridge painting on 18, and there'll be some other resurfacings once they come about, but I'll hand it over to Pat for grade separation.
All right. Thank you, Tyler. Fostoria Rail Grade Separation, so this was a grant that we had applied for from the federal government, and then we used some state money. That was part of the transportation budget to put $100 million aside of state money to basically match those grants. This one was identified as you know, we're talking about the Iron Triangle here. You got the CSX and Norfolk Southern line under this. And a lot of times when the rail lines actually come to you and like, hey, this would be a good one for us, and they're willing to put in money to help, so they're willing to contribute some of the funds, that usually makes for a very good project. So, and especially when we're dealing with two
Did they
different
both
rail lines.
contribute?
Yes, I believe they are both contributing, yeah. So,
Sweet.
so that's Fostoria is very broke up because the rail line's going through it. This will take some houses. I don't think any of the people are overly upset about it. It didn't seem like it. I know some people were very willing to sell. So that'll be part of that project. I think they were doing something. I don't know. I mean, this has been a while ago, but something about that station there too with this, maybe taking it down or doing something. I don't know, but But anyways, yeah, so that'll be coming up. That's not gonna be a cheap project. It's gonna be pretty expensive, but. Wood 75 and 18 study. As you know, we're getting more and more growth, mostly to the west, but, you know, there's some growth to the east. We're looking at long-term, what's best for State Route 18 at 75. We're not sure. I could see it likely being roundabouts in there, but those are some potential countermeasures. So we got a feasibility study. Really all up and down 75. We've been addressing these interchanges and have feasibility studies. A lot of it's because of the growth, the traffic growth on 75, 75 other areas. Roundabouts, here's some information about roundabouts. You guys, you're no longer our county that doesn't have any roundabouts. So one of our counties with no roundabouts, it's Williams right now, and Fulton, but they're coming to Fulton soon, and we'll be at Williams very shortly as well. So those are just some of the data about roundabouts, more information. Here's some roundabout results. Actually, you're home to our best success story for roundabouts. So 224, 100% reduction in serious injuries and fatals, and 100% reduction in crashes. So that's not usual. I will take it. We'll absolutely take it. But
That was a bad area.
yeah, it was a bad area. I know the house was there, and I mean, some of it might have been because of the house, but just the angle, it's just, anytime you have those angles, it's bad. And 224, when I was looking, I think I mentioned this, that you might know, because you might have the minutes from, your notes from a couple times ago, but, when I was looking, I was trying to find some roundabouts that had, that much truck traffic, because there's actually a decent amount of truck traffic on 224. Now, there's plenty of roundabouts that have more vehicle traffic, but as far as truck traffic, that's one of the higher truck traffic roundabouts in Ohio, believe it or not, on our systems. So and it works, I think, very well. And we made some accommodations because it is a heavy haul route. We're doing things different than what our state standard is. We're trying to lower that curb height. In that case, we made some of the, what do you call them, Tyler? The outside curbs too. We made those
the truck
lower.
islands?
Yeah, the islands and things like that. So, worked out really well. So we have had, as of running this, whenever they ran this, 0 crashes, which is amazing. When you look at the rest of them, you do see a crash reduction, fatal injury reduction as well. So that they're working. These aren't just the federal stats we're showing. These are roundabouts that are put in right here in Northwest Ohio. So yeah, working very well. Seneca County roundabouts, so we have a couple of those coming up. So those are on the horizon. And I know this kind of, one of them, that kind of lines up with, that's kind of the bypass of Fostoria. I don't know where some of those conversations sit. I know some of the township to the west in Wood County wasn't too thrilled at our last meeting we had there in Fostoria for, I don't know, where you guys were there. So I don't know where those stand, that's conversation stands, but there's a couple roundabouts coming up. So we got, again, this is our crash reductions. So you can see before, from 18 to 22, 19 crashes, 9 injury crashes, one of them was a fatal. And after, we've had 0. So this is our most successful roundabout in District 2.
They probably go around the other way, so they had to bypass it then.
Whatever works. I mean, I guess they're not there. Although that might, hopefully we're not having crashes somewhere else.
Right,
It's a pretty impressive stat, really.
Yeah, and we really worked hard to make sure those trucks, and, because you have a lot of trucks that come through that, the clearance, they got some clearance issues on the trailers. So, actually, there's a lot of, when we were doing the one in Ottawa County, there's some boat hauling operations that run through here too. So, did not know that until we were working on it in Ottawa County. State Route 12 and 592, public comment period, January through February 26th, so we're done with that. We're going through right-of-way, construction, looking at August of 2028. So we're trying to offset that a little bit, try to minimize those residential impacts as much as possible. That's a great thing with roundabouts, you can kind of move them around a little bit. Some major regional ones, this is actually District 1, I-75 at County Road 99, the DDI. That's about wrapped up now. $30 million, Miller Brothers, and I know this kind of, a lot of traffic even can come into Seneca County from this. Will operate much more efficiently. Again, really a District 1 project. We don't know as much about it, but this is the third DBI in Northwest Ohio. So we have 25 in Perrysburg, we have the one on 28 we just opened, and then this one opened. We got 2 more coming in the future, one on the airport and one on US 20, Fremont Pike. So Sandusky 20 at Business Route 20, so this is on the east side of Fremont. This is starting this year, right? So we're gonna be bid now. When's the bid date on this?
7th of May.
Oh, it says that.
No,
If I can, I guess if I could read.
I memorized it, right?
Didn't pass my, my reading test here. So yeah, 7th of May, it's coming up. This has been a long time issue. On the west side of Fremont, they had problems. On the east side of Fremont, they had problems with connectivity. There were a number of fatalities on the west side because you'd have to do this weird thing leaving Fremont where you would go out and you'd have to cross the same direction of traffic you were heading and then come back and then to get to US 6. And that was always an issue. We fixed that. We fixed that years ago by putting that turn lane in right when you go under the bridge and then you make a left. Jim Moore was the county engineer at the time, suggested that. I agreed with him completely. He's been complaining. He was complaining about both sides of this allegedly since the 80s. So we're finally, took 40 years, but we're finally addressing them. This is the east side. There's been fatalities up at County Road 198, which is off screen, but up here. We're gonna be closing that off. This will make this interchange essentially a fully functional interchange with the right ramp if you're going southbound or eastbound on 20 and going into Fremont, and then the roundabout in the middle. And what's great about this, which is really unique about this, everything's an add drop lane. And by add drop, there's no merge conditions. So when you're coming off 20, this actually reduces down to 1 lane already. But if I'm on 20 and I'm going on State Road, that's adding. There's no merge, right? If I'm coming from here, I'm just gonna keep continuing across. We're gonna make this 2-way. I'm dropping here, which means again, I'm not actually getting off. You're gonna be in left lane, you're gonna drop off to go here through the roundabout, which can either take you westbound, sorry about that. We'll take you westbound. Same thing here. We're gonna drop, and then it'll add back on here. I don't know a lot of places that just have all these added drop lanes. Same thing if you take this bypass lane to stay on eastbound 20. It'll add to it, which it does now. That actually doesn't change. So that's something a little unique. Having a roundabout in the middle of an interstate look-alike is somewhat unique. I mean, we do have roundabout interchanges, but this was a unique concept that I think is going to work extremely well. So I'm pretty excited about it. Keeps it off main line, so this will finally connect in there and it'll be safer because we can stop.
You said you're closing 198 right at 20 there then, is that?
Mhm. Yeah, and that's I think that's the only at-grade intersection
Yeah, for the bypass.
for the bypass, so it really shouldn't probably be there anyways. But now you'll be able to make all the movements, You have some vehicles like on the northeast side, they're like, well, how do we get across? It's like, you just gotta go a mile over and then come in that way.
Yeah, and 229 will just still connect going up to
Okay.
412. So.
Yeah, or they can go up there. I mean, so it's not, anytime we do something like this, it's gonna impact somebody's drive an extra 2 minutes or something, but it's, when it's saving lives, that's what's important, so.
Looks like at the corner there, that's Bowers, isn't it? Bauer Colleen or Jack and Marion Bauer there?
You talking about right at the bottom here?
Or 206, other side, nope,
Oh,
right up, right there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Bowers.
Yeah,
That's kinda getting-
they weren't too thrilled about some
Yeah, I know
of
Marion,
this,
yeah,
so.
I seen Marion, she was all.
She wasn't thrilled because I think we were taking out,
We can't anymore.
we can't,
It's
okay.
a legal document at the court level.
There was some weird, this was some first for me. The Common Police Court granted them access like back in
I think it was
19.
Was it 60s or 80s?
80, I don't know, something
So
a long
we're not
time
removing
ago.
that crossover from there.
And so the idea was to remove it, and then after that, it's like, yeah, we're not fighting that
If
battle.
something happened, I'm gonna say, time goes by, like 20, tried to do something, and he took his Tyler machine and parked it so nothing could happen years ago when he tried for them to cross.
But
It's
they've
a
got-
long time ago and stuff, I remember that.
They got
So he's
court
been
legal
kind of-
documents now, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not touching it, so.
No, that's-
So yeah, they were a little hot about it. But overall, like, it's been well received. Talked just talked to the commissioners recently, and they're like, yeah, we haven't heard. I think at first, we had some concepts about actually putting a roundabout on 20. We didn't go that route, this is a much better route. But that got a lot of people upset. It's like, now we're actually going this route. So I think it'll function extremely well, and I don't know, I could see us getting some type of award or something for this, so that's gonna be good. Lucas County Monroe Street interchange is currently underway up in Sylvania. We actually have it completely closed. Some people are losing their minds up there. Right, Kathy, your parents, like?
No, they're
They're all right, okay. But yeah, that's a little disruptive. 17E and 24, that should open in July. Buttoning up US 24. It's an interstate lookalike, but it's not in the fact that it has at-grade intersections west of Napoleon. So we're closing off all those at-grade intersections, putting this interchange in. You get into Defiance County, we're making Flory and Jewel Road. I know I'm getting ways away from here, but Flory and Jewel Road right-ins, right-outs. Really just trying to button up this area because we're having, this is an area where we've had a number of fatalities. And we've had a number of fatalities in some of these other intersections on US 24. Actually, there's more truck traffic on this section of US 24 than there is I-75 south of Lima. And I-75, the average mile of I-75 has more truck traffic than any other interstate in the state of Ohio. The average mile. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm cherry picking the lowest section of 75, but yeah, now much more total traffic on 75 south of Lima, but as far as truck traffic, this has more truck traffic. This is Fremont Pike, things are, you got Amazon and everything else is kind of blowing up out here. This was, in 1994, the traffic count east of 75 was about 24,000. It's now 36,000 in 2024. That'll probably, after this Amazon goes and everything else, that'll be our highest interchange traffic count in all of the 475, 75 loop, quite frankly, all in Northwest Ohio, east of 75, once that Amazon opens. Airport Highway, this is actually one of the most, at one time, it was one of the most dangerous corridors or high crash corridors in the whole state. So another DDI. So these DDIs are very efficient, they're safer. So you're seeing more of those. These are all the reasons why. Fewer conflict points. Wrong way is, I used to have in here impossible or nearly impossible, but somebody will find a way to do it, I'm sure. There's enough idiots drivers out there, so it's just very difficult. Pedestrian crossings are shorter, and they're only dealing with one direction of traffic, not two. So, and it increases the capacity by 15 to 25%. Legislative updates, so, Bill Reineke has been one of the biggest pushers, probably the biggest pusher of really the first one of these. So there's two things going on, some people are getting confused. You got the 23 to 71 connector, better connection to Columbus. That really impacts all of Northwest Ohio, including up here. And then I-73 feasibility study, which really doesn't impact in Northwest Ohio too much. So this is the I-73 feasibility study. It's more southern Ohio. Yes, it would use the connector road if it was built, but everything else would be pretty much closing off intersections on 23 and 15. You're already seeing District 1 do that. And then 75 is already widened 3 lanes, so there really isn't much to do up here. But speaking specifically to 71 to 23, this was the recommended focus area. Now they're looking north of Ashley. So you see Ashley, you see Delaware here. I keep pointing my pointer, but I always forget that it doesn't work on TV screens. So northeast of Delaware, or pretty much around the village of Ashley. Now they're looking north of Ashley. So these are all the potential routes. Like, it might be a combination of those routes that they're looking at. This was a month ago. So this just came out a month ago. Yeah, so connect in mostly Morrow County, which is actually Senator Reineke's district. So they'll have to deal with anytime you do something like this, just like US 20.
Signs out already, yeah.
People are lose their minds, and then a little bit of Delaware, but yeah, I mean, people are just kind of, they did it with US 24 too. It's called farm out. I mean, I understand you're taking farmland and everything else. On the other hand, we wouldn't have our interstate system either if we didn't go through and make some of these improvements. So this is just map 1, really north of Waldo. It connected north of Waldo. So you won't be getting your bologna sandwich if you go down don't take this route.
Right.
Might have to do a detour or something. Oh, boy, jeez. That wasn't right. Okay, and then this is at 71. So again, Bill has actually been, or Senator Reineke has been the biggest advocate, I would say, in the legislature for this. What will it, how much time will it save? If it's 3 AM and you're driving at 3 AM, it'll save you 4 minutes one way, 8 minutes round trip. If it's peak time, which is how you build roads usually, it'll save you 34 minutes in 2055 or 68 minutes round trip. So if you're going down morning rush hour, coming back, also morning rush hour, but even in the evening rush hour, you're probably expected to save about 68 minutes round trip in 2055. And obviously Delaware County has continued to grow, and that US 23 has continued to deteriorate. So this is the average daily traffic that they're looking at. That's about the same traffic, a little higher actually than US 24. It'd be less truck traffic, but US 24 west of Waterville. If they toll it, because I don't know how we're going to pay for it, I'll be completely honest with you. And tolling is, you're seeing more and more tolling out there nationwide. Actually, ODOT did a study in 2012, over 50% of the new highway alignments that were interstate or interstate lookalikes, which just would be, were tolled. It's probably more like 70% now. You could fund 82% of the capital project, the capital cost of doing it. And actually the cost has been coming down, so that number might be higher. So where it could be funded, the entire capital cost potentially it could be funded, but as of October, they were projected 82%. The final report will be this October due to the legislature. And it'll have a final alignment. Again, we didn't have enough stupid videos or people doing stupid stuff on 475 or 75 or I-280 this year, so we didn't have any new videos, so I apologize. I'm gonna have to close with that instead of my videos, but, and we'll be happy to take any questions.
A lot going on.
I don't have any questions, but thank you for telling us the stuff that's not directly here, the stuff heading to Columbus on. That's pretty helpful.
Yeah, we've been adding that in just because, really, when I looked last year, the study would have just started, but this is all new information. And actually, those slides that actually show the routes north of Ashley just were released like a month ago in their public hearings. And also, your senator, who's from Tiffin, is the biggest, probably the biggest advocate of this, along with the Toledo Chamber of Commerce and a lot of folks in Northwest Ohio.
Really, your whole district, we're trying to get it.
Yeah.
Move it down to that side of Columbus, right?
Well, it's not, part of it is
Senator
like,
Gavrone, it's like everybody.
Senator Gavrone has been a big part of it. The representatives have. Senator Paul Hicks Hudson has been a great advocate too. So whether it's Democrat or Republican, they've been a big advocate behind it. The issue, of course, you got the farming community down there and some others that are probably not happy. I think the village of Ashley is actually, I've heard, they're happy about it. But yeah, somebody's gonna have to make a political decision ultimately, whether that goes forward or not. I don't see how tolling's not a part of it, to be honest with you. Which in Northern Ohio, we're used to tolling. It's a 4-letter word in Columbus. I guess it's a 4-letter word here, but it's a bad 4-letter word in Columbus. But yeah, so down there, I don't know that they see the need as much as up here, but I mean, 23 has degraded significantly over the last 40 years. I mean, I remember driving down with my grandfather. He had season tickets to Ohio State. We used to take 315, and it used to be 20 minutes longer to get down there. And now it's actually shorter a lot of times. Or if you come from Toledo, I got my Google Maps up. It started about, I'd say 6 years ago or 7 years ago. It would, it used to always tell me to take 15 and then the 23. Now it's telling me to take 42 through,
Dublin?
Dublin, but north of there, Kenton. Yeah, so now we're having problems in Kenton. District 1's having problems, all these problems in Kenton. It's like, well, everybody's Google Maps is saying to go through Kenton now because of how much 23 really has degraded. I never do it because I think half the time I miss the turn. I've done it like a few times and I miss my turn. I'm like, oh shoot. So then I probably lose the 2-minute difference, but I think that 2-minute difference keeps getting greater every year. with all those traffic lights and development in Delaware County. So, yeah, that's good information. And actually, next year, I'll be sharing with you guys the study, the full study, and that'll be a little bit more detailed, a little bit more accurate, and that'll be coming in October, so, end of October. So we'll see.
Thank you very much
Yeah, I
for
don't
having us.
have any
No.
questions, so thank you. Yeah,
All
good
right.
to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.
How you gonna get
as
this in
always.
paper for?
He got it right there, he just grabbed it, oh, he got it.
He drew the whole map out.
Right, yeah, he's got it, he's amazing with that, yeah.
If you want, you can print them off online too, so that might be a little easier. But,
Very good, well, thank you.
Safe
Touch
travels.
if you guys need anything.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Great seeing you
Take care, good to
again.
see you.
It doesn't have
See
any
you.
maps in the back, because that's the old study, but there you go, that's the type of presentation.
Yeah.
It doesn't have your new, oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't have those.
You're saying that.
The new slide.
Yeah, I didn't have, but it still has the.
I know.
Okay.
I'll help you. Thanks.
Last second.
And if you also want, here's the alternative design for that, cluster
Oh,
iron
yeah.
triangle.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah,
We'll work
good.
that, yeah, thank
Noted
you.
that, that'd be
Take
good.
care.
Appreciate it, yep, take care, we'll see you. All right, move into commissioners' reports.
I will be happy to go first. Spent a lot of time in the last couple weeks talking about ADA website compliance. I believe currently, right now, we would meet requirements for the 24th, which is a couple of days from now, but they have now since postponed that deadline until next year sometime. A few different people have brought up that the state of Ohio has changed that probably to make it a little easier for people to attain that, so. Spent a little bit of time talking with Parallel Ed and RCR related to our POTS lines for the elevators and stuff. We had a meeting last week discussing that, potentially going to it's kind of like a hybrid with a cellular POTS line together. And you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Talk about the safety of the elevators and power outages and all that, so Ed's looking further into it to see if that makes sense. The group that we talked to offered that kind of hybrid thing, which he's looked at cellular, and there's some concerns about that, the way it was previously, so. I did attend the Sisters in Shelter track meet season for my son, Columbian's reverse raffle, went to ditch viewing, went out to the sheriff's office for the National Public Safety Communications event, and the Buckeye Community School opening yesterday. So, assuming you guys did some of the same things, so I wasn't gonna talk, I just said what I did.
It's one of those weeks where the three of us seem to be
Yeah. all over,
Yeah.
around, man.
That's it.
So, we had a meeting at the Collaborative, that we meet bi-monthly, so there's 6 meetings a year. And, we had one last Wednesday, very positive report as things are gelling. We merged the chamber and TCEP into one group, and that's all going well. So I'll just kind of leave it at that. We had a busy week with EMS, the joint district met. We hired a new captain / echo for our position that's been open since December. We hesitated on purpose to get things right internally, but then when we went out, we had a lot of really strong candidates. It was pretty exciting, and I'm real happy with the choice, so they'll be starting next week, actually. Went to Sisters in Shelter, ditch viewing with the sheriff, just to add a little bit with the sheriffs. We were all out there, but I was real impressed with a lot of the work that they've been doing inside. You know, that's a busy place, and you always say go 24/7. But when you walk in there, you can just tell they're conscious of keeping it clean in the kitchen and just really the whole thing. So I want to commend the sheriff and all his, staff out there. And Ed and Steve and maintenance, things have gotten manageable, so that's good. And then I also was at the Buckeye School open house, which was also interesting, so. Yeah, you did that.
Last week, actually had Sunny County Fair Board meeting, so I have, actually their, Emily did a nice presentation on, looks like that they're gonna have some increased, projects this year, so that's nice that, as we talked about earlier, that cattle numbers down, but all the small projects have increased significantly and stuff on that, so, look forward to that. And they were up to 534 ticket sales for their concert, so they were excited about that, that's been.
I have no idea how that.
Yeah, that's
They're
really,
happy with
yeah,
it.
they're tickled to
Yeah.
death with that, and yeah, so that's,
Okay.
yeah, so a lot of good things happening, for the fair, and that's coming up pretty quick here, so. We was at OSS meeting last Wednesday, and, kind of a quick meeting, kind of give some updates on that, and there's been some, out to Green Springs there, so they've decided they're gonna be open, first Saturday of the month out there, so, and then the rest of the time is just during the week, gated hours after 3:30 in the afternoon or whatever on it, so, but they are gonna be open one weekend, or one Saturday a month out there, so. Then had OSU Extension Advisory Board, kinda got some updates there, and, then again, was over to, Sisters in Shelter, that was quite an event there, had quite a speaker, all the trials and tribulations and stuff that, and went through and stuff through her time, being trafficked and stuff on it. We was at the vacation hearing, and then a sheriff, went out for the tour there, and it's amazing from the time that I've got on to where it is now, how much it's changed out there, and how much more that they have prideful of what's going on, painting and stuff on that, so it's amazing that, the change out there, and again, the sheriff's doing a really nice job utilizing, Greg Smith, who takes care of the prisoners who can work and stuff on that, does a great job, keeping them busy. In the wintertime, they're inside working, summertime, they're out helping townships, they do the fair stuff, and, so Greg does a nice job keeping that, moving out there and stuff with it. And then, they alluded to the, Buckeye Community School open house, and that's quite a, endeavor out there, and I feel like they've got, I think, 134 or 35 kids enrolled already for that. So it's kinda, I talked to, a couple of folks there that, it really helps the kids who might not be able to graduate, gives them some one-on-one learning and stuff on it, and it almost brings it back to, as we talked with Tom about the one-room schools, so they specifically take the kids and work on one lesson plan with them at a time until they pass that. So they'll work with them with world history, math and stuff, instead of throwing a bunch of different things at them, and kind of, help them get through that. And basically ages is 14 to 20 through 21 and stuff like that. So it's kind of a good place to help kids get their GED and stuff on that. One example they talked about was that one of the ladies, young girls, one worked with Whirlpool, had a GED, she's getting $23 an hour, the other one didn't, and she was at $17 an hour, so she was still young enough to be able to get through that, and that helped her get her GED, to help her get the higher pay scale and stuff on that, so, it kind of helps them get into the, real world and stuff with having to, get their, diploma and stuff on that, and so, that brings us up to today. So, move into county administrator report.
Alright, I just have a couple of things for you guys. The first one is I do have sales tax numbers. So this will be, April's numbers, but it's what we collected in February, cause it's 2 months behind. So, it is $975,878.66 for the month of April. And that is up a little over 13% from last year, but it is down 21% from last month. I'm just looking at
So month over month, it was up. February last year, February this year. We're up.
Yes.
Right.
And collection wise, we're at just under 37% for the year. So we're a little bit ahead of schedule because we should be around 33% for 4 months. So,
Good.
Good.
and then the next thing I have, I've received a few applications for the use of county buildings and grounds. I talked with Derek, with the prosecutor, because typically the administrator, the county administrator, is the one who signs off on these applications, but since we are without one, he recommended that the three of you review and decide on whether or not to approve or deny them. So I'm just gonna read them in the order that I received them, and then after each one, I guess we'll take a vote and see what you guys wanna do. The first one I have, the person requesting it, I believe their name is Runa Guzman. They're with 4 Winds 419. They are requesting the area of 3140 Ohio 100 in the grass area adjacent to the Seneca County Jail / SCAT area. The reason is they're wanting to do a peaceful interfaith vigil as part of a statewide day of action. The proposed date is May 30th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. With this being out at the jail, I did reach out to Sheriff Stevens just to get his opinion on it, and he did list some safety concerns with very limited public parking out there, and also the fact that it's near 2 major roads out there with lots of traffic. Again, with the limited public parking, it just poses some safety concerns, so.
And then we did follow up with Derek then?
Yes, yes, he did comment on this one, agreeing with the sheriff that there are significant safety concerns about the area of where they're wanting to do this vigil at, so.
So I-
Normally, we go to the courthouse, don't we? for
Right,
things?
and that's what I
Why
think
we-
what we need to do is reply back and encourage them if they wanna utilize the courthouse area in that timeframe.
We'd have to
I think it's,
apply.
yeah, they're just have them reapply for that. I think it's gonna be our best,
Yeah, just
option for
for
that, so.
perspective, you know, I've been there a long time, and I think that may be the first request
Mhm.
for some sort of event.
Yeah, it is definitely
It's
not
been
a
done
common
yet.
request
Yeah, so this
whatsoever.
isn't a new, so given the fact that the sheriff feels like he does, so we can formally say no, but if they wanna reapply for the courthouse, but, you know, it's a certain date, it's a certain period of time, the whole, you have to comply with, we would entertain that
Okay,
discussion.
so,
So,
okay.
do we need to vote, or?
Do you
we
want to
good?
vote to
Are we good
deny?
with it?
Yeah, we can do that,
I'll make a
so-
motion that we deny the request, given everything we discussed.
Okay,
Second, Tom.
alright, roll call. Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
And,
And then you're gonna tell them that they could reapply for the courthouse.
yes,
right?
and then I'll need all of you to sign as well, which after this, I can fill that out and have you guys sign off on it and stuff, so. The next one I have is, for the Tiffin Seneca Heritage Festival. They are just requesting the use of our lot, the Commissioner's parking lot and the Justice Center parking lot, just for various craft vendors for the 2026 Heritage Festival. The dates of use are September 18th, 19th, and 20th, starting at 4:30 p.m. on that Friday on the 18th and stopping at 5 p.m. on Sunday the 20th. They said that the estimated about 50 booths, and I believe they did this last year as well.
So
Yeah,
we had problems with this last year too, because of county vehicles from other departments in our parking lot not being able to be moved. I don't know what we do to,
We'll just send an email out for
Yeah.
whoever utilizes the parking lot and then have it, just let them know that they need to have them in a different spot.
the 4:30 part's kind of hard too, cause I mean, our offices are open till 4:30. I don't know how that, there can be something, I understand everyone wants to get their stuff moved in. I don't know if that can be
Well, in
delayed.
the spirit of, so it's a good question.
Yeah.
And I've been involved with this a couple of times. One year, they requested 3 o'clock, and to your point, it was a disaster because people worked at 4:30.
Yeah.
So I think it's pushing it. 4:30, they would like to move it up, but if we could do 4:30 and we could let everybody know it's a Friday, and, you know, and if it's 4:30 and people are walking out to their cars driving away, they would live with that. But many people will be gone before that, I'm sure. But communication's gonna be key, because people just don't know, they just assume they can park there. And especially for the Heritage Festival, which the commissioners are part of, we're part of the charter of the Heritage Festival. So I would really support the 4:30 and try to, Bill said, communicate that. We here may have to send a notice to everybody, but it's really all the downtown electeds, right?
Well, also by that time,
But
the parking lot should be done by then over here, so that's gonna be,
that would be
yeah.
really
right,
good.
'cause that's supposed to
Yeah.
be,
Good point.
And that's gonna be a whole new,
yeah,
it gives us a lot of
options
options
too, so yeah.
to move
so
over.
that's-
Okay.
Yep, so I think, yeah, I think we should be.
I think
good
we
with
could
that.
say
Yeah.
yes to this, but
Yep.
I understand your concerns, both of them.
Yeah.
But they want to plan, and they'd like to know. So,
Yeah, and we'll see
You
how it
okay-
goes this
you
year,
okay
maybe
with
next
it?
year we can
Yeah,
bump it
I-
up a little bit with having a parking lot over there
Yeah.
too, so get through
Yeah,
this
it's
year.
gonna
before
change
we-
another one yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one more after this one.
Pizza party?
Probably, yes.
and they'll probably
That
come
was
in and
my,
ask for
my
the
reason to ask that.
parking lot by the health
It's the day
department.
before, so it's not
Yeah.
the same dates.
It's
It's right up there.
It was
but-
the same, it was the same
Big
problem, that
LRTA.
4:30 time slot,
Yes,
and
which-
people in and out of offices.
Saying this is just for the RTA parking lot?
This is for the commissioner's lot
This
and
one
the
right here.
Justice Center's parking lot.
And this one's a little different too, because we have cars that are parked here
Yeah.
all the time. And we had the problem last year, and I got a phone call from both the mayor and from the Heritage
We all
people.
did.
Yeah, I'm sure we did, to try to get cars moved, but I don't know who all those cars are out there besides the ones that are
So
out of this office.
what they've been doing the week before the festival, they'll put a sign up, no parking Friday, 4:30, and it'll be there for 3 or 4 days. And when 4:30 comes, if the car's still there, goodbye.
Yep.
We tow it. I mean, you know, you can't do that. We have signs everywhere. We're gonna give them plenty of notice. And, but the county cars will be gone. We'll have ours for public.
I think the problem is actually the other county departments, they didn't have their cars leave the lot, and I don't
And
know.
that's, you make a good point.
You just gotta
let
Just let
every-
them know.
Yeah.
You gotta let everybody know.
Yeah, even if we put a sticker on there, just say you can park over there to the parking lot for the weekend or whatever on
Yeah.
it, so, yeah.
The point, we're good with vacating the parking lot.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
our job. How it gets done and enforced,
Work on
you
that.
know.
Yep. Okay,
Did we?
so move to accept,
Okay, yep.
yep,
Yeah.
the
Good,
application.
good discussion.
Second.
Okay.
Yep. No
Alright.
problem.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Buster.
Yes.
And Commissioner Franker.
Yes.
Okay. And then I got just one more. This one is coming from the Seneca County Collaborative. They are wanting to use the RTA lot for their third Thursday event for their downtown pizza party. And this is for September 17th from 4:30 PM to 8:30 PM. And it's just for various vendors, tents and tables.
I think it was the same thing.
Yeah, same thing, they can park, the county employees can park over here for that day and stuff, at least, and you're gonna have some people coming and going there a little bit, but at least the bulk of the cars could be parked over there for that day, so we're just.
Good with it.
Yep,
All right,
so move.
okay,
Second.
all right. Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker,
Yes.
and Commissioner Franker.
Yes.
All right, that is all I have then for my report.
Any old business? Moving to new business, supplemental appropriations.
All right, so we do have quite a few. And the first one I have is for the General Special Projects Fund and their travel and expense line of $10,000. This travel and expense line is a new line in the General Special Projects Funds, so they are just wanting to put money on it, since it's a brand new line out of their General Special Projects Fund. This is for the courts. The next one I have is for the County Capital Projects Fund for the Northwest EMS Station and the amount of $17,800. This is for roof and wall patching out at the Bettsville EMS Station. The next one I have is also for the County Capital Projects Fund out of the Agri Buildings line in the amount of $9,100. And this is for architect services for the new ag building. The next one, again, is also from the County Capital Projects Fund, out of the CSB line of $27,600. And this is for engineering services for a chiller replacement at the CSB building. The next one is for the ditch maintenance fund, out of the ditch maintenance assessment line of $7,434.69. And this is to reimburse to Sandusky County for joint county assessments collected in Seneca County. The next one is out of the Soil and Water Fund for contract services of $5,000. And this is for upcoming audit procedures that they have to pay for. And the last one I have is for the County Sewer District Fund and their supply line of $2,000. And this is parts for a sewer pump.
I make the motion to approve the supplemental appropriations.
I'll second.
Wait, I have a thought.
Okay.
So, just a question, you can answer it later if we don't know it now. But in the soil and water for the audit, is that, are we paying that on top of their $160,000 budget that we grant them? Because that's coming out of contractor services. Was that 2042, what accounts that? That's the.
The 2042, that's the Soil and Water Fund.
That's their fund.
That's their
So that's
fund.
what, okay, I got it, that's where I had a blank. So they're actually taking their money and paying it.
Yes.
For 1 second, I thought it was on top of that.
No.
So that's all I had to get clarified, so thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, we're good. No other questions.
Okay. All right. Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Commissioner Buster?
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes,
Okay.
resolution time.
All right, I just have a few. The first resolution is authorizing Seneca County to enter into a joint cooperating agreement with the City of Fostoria and the City of Tiffin for program year 26 funding under the Community Housing Impact and Preservation, or CHIP program. And this is one that we do every year.
So moved.
Second?
Okay. All right, Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes.
Okay. The next resolution I have is resolution authorizing the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to enter into an agreement with Security Automation Systems Incorporated for the Seneca County Jail Door Control System retrofit project on behalf of the Seneca County Sheriffs. And this is just formally entering into contract with the company that we awarded the bid to for this project.
Make the motion.
I'll second that.
Okay. Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes.
Okay. And the last resolution I have is resolution setting time, date, and place to receive sealed bids for the Tiffin Calvert parking lot expansion and Seneca County Youth Center site improvements projects. The date and time that we will be receiving sealed bids is May 5th at 10 a.m. And they will be open here on that date as well during our board meeting.
Are we sending them the packages or?
They're doing,
They're
yeah,
doing
they're
it
taking care of
Finland.
everything, yeah.
Yeah,
They're going.
that's what I thought, I just wanted so everybody understands. So if
Should
you're
put on our
interested,
website.
if you're interested in bidding, you're directed to,
Yeah, that, and they put on,
Peterman.
yep,
Peterman.
Peter, yeah,
Yeah.
and they also put it on the contractor's site.
Site, too.
That'll be all live
that's
this
what I
afternoon,
thought,
so.
yeah.
Yep, and then I'll put it on our website after the
Just
meeting
wanted
as
to
well.
check though, yeah. I'm good.
Yeah.
Can I get a first?
So move.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a second, okay. Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes.
All right, that is all I have.
Nice job, Cheyenne.
Thank you.
And,
Yeah, I'm a little behind schedule, but I'll.
We need to do this stuff too.
Yes, this stuff, and then I will get this around to you guys once I have the lines added for your guys' signature on them. Or I guess you could always just sign one on the line and then two below it if you want to. But I guess
You're
that it?
important, you're important, you're saying something.
Well, you'll need to sign off on these as well. I just didn't know if you wanted me to add the lines at the bottom for you guys to sign, or if one of you just wants to sign at the top and then two below it, or however you want to,
For the,
for the applications and stuff.
yeah, we just sign on it.
Okay. Alrighty, I will just mark that, and,
So just sign
yeah,
down here.
yep,
Yeah, I'll leave you a space here above mine, though. How's that?
that should be everything.
Okay,
Okay,
good.
Okay.
so,
I would like to make a motion to go into executive session for personnel matters. And I would like to invite Cheyenne and Matt Klaus.
okay, I'll second
at
that.
11:02, we'll go into
11:02.
executive session, roll call.
Okay. Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Bustick.
Yes.
Commissioner Franker.
Yes.
Okay. Let me just go.
Good. Okay.
Okay, I will entertain a motion at 12:04 to come back to session.
I'd like to make the motion to come back to session from a executive session for personnel.
Okay, I'll second that.
Okay,
Okay.
roll call.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Bustaker.
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert.
Yes. Okay, through executive session through discussion, we have, I would entertain a motion to accept Matt Klaus as our new county administrator, subject to background check.
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second that. And the process will begin, when do we expect him to start? Just maybe within a month.
Well, within a month, he should, yeah, until he gets done working through his other process, so, yeah.
Okay, good.
All right, Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Bustaker,
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert.
Yes.
Okay.
Congratulations, Matt.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate it.
Welcome aboard.
Really do.
Welcome aboard, Matt. Thank you.
All right, no public comment,
Meeting's
meeting
adjourned.
adjourned.
Okay. Thank you.